Okay, so we just picked up probably the most important, second most important character in this game. Maybe the most important. Balbaroi. Alright, new chapter starts. We're going to drop the weapons on Ken because we get some upgrades for him, or an upgrade for him. We're going to pass the power ring to Balbs. If you need to repair the ring, you would do that now. Talk to Diane's mom, maybe? I don't know. This lady in the throne room? Great googly moogly. And then we're going to pass the quick ring, speed ring from Henri down to Balbaroi as well. So yeah, if your ring had smoked, you would repair there, you would go buy the power spear, and then you'd buy some items. We're going to be doing that after this battle, since our ring didn't smoke. Diane's mom has got it going on. There's kind of some debate on where you should put Eamon. I like to put Eamon right here. So that's where I'm going to put Eamon. Our goal is to keep Balbaroi and kill off Eamon. You would think 2 birdmen, that must be so great. But in actuality, it's really not. Eamon's just a little bit weak, too weak, to be valuable. And we don't have enough swords in the game to make her valuable. Okay, on Balbaroi's turn, the movement's really precise here. So you got to pay attention to the spots. But right here, on the mountain, he will not trigger any aggro, so the skeletons will not attack him if he's right here. But this is the spot he needs to be in, so on the next turn he has enough movement to get to the Master Mage and kill them, or to attack him. But we need to boost him on this turn. So first I like to equip so I can check out my stats. So in this case I got a pretty crappy Balbaroi. He's only got 10 agility and 22 attack. So I equip the power ring. I'm going to use the power ring. And so now he's going to have 37 attack. The power ring didn't smoke again, which is very lucky, of course, on a tutorial run. I'm going to go ahead and put Henri right here. Don't use the speed ring. It casts egress unless you need to. Unless you want to egress. Exactly. We got favorable turn orders. The skeleton on the left outturned the skeleton on the right. So now, likely, the skeleton on the right is just going to sit right behind the other skeleton. Boop. And a 2-man formation was made. Alright, we're on the next turn order because the Master Mage, or the next round. Tao's going to come down and blaze. And this will get her level 10. Ideally, we want Henri to go now before Balbaroi, because Balbaroi does have a chance of critting or doubling. So we want Henri to go. Oh, okay. Now we got to talk about something else because something fun just happened. I'm going to pause it. Typically Balbaroi is fast, but we have a slow Balbaroi. And so this fight, we call it... This fight has a potential to be a 1-rounder, a 2-rounder, or a 3-rounder. And what I mean by rounders is how many attacks it takes to actually kill the Master Mage. If Balbaroi outturns the Priest on this round that we're on right now, he would come down, attack the Master Mage, and do some damage. The Priest's reaction, most of the time, is to heal that Master Mage. On top of that, the Master Mage has regen. So every round, the Master Mage is going to regen 5 HP. So that means that Balbaroi wouldn't do enough damage on the next round to kill him. So he has to attack him again on the second round, and attack him again on the third round, thus being a 3-rounder. What we just saw in the turn order was the Priest outturn Balbaroi, which means Balbaroi is going to attack on this turn. The Master Mage is going to start the next round. He's going to start moving down, and he's not going to have enough HP, so Balbaroi will be able to kill him on the next turn. So that'll be a 2-rounder. The 1-rounder is much more rare, and it's a result of Balbaroi either doubling or critting the Master Mage on his move down. So Henri goes, which is great. We'll kill one skeleton and likely get to level 8 here. Or not. Balboroy moves down and attacks the mage. The mage will regen 5 health and then move down and not get healed. We're going to put Eamon right here and hope that the skeleton hits and kills him. Her. Okay, Eamon's gone. Yeah, ideally, my favorite setup is a 2-rounder. Often, I need that extra experience on the mages, and so I am not usually not thrilled with a 1-rounder. In this case, we're getting a 2-rounder. It's Balboroy's turn now. He's going to kill the mage, and a 2-rounder. This is perfect. So that means this goes back to the rules about boosting that I was talking about. A lot of times, the way that we want to time it is that you lose boost at the same time that you leveled up, which guarantees that you get 3 more attacks with the glitched boost. So Balboroy is going to boost himself on turn 1 of the next battle, and the first enemy he kills is going to level him up. And if he loses boost there, it's totally okay, because he's going to have his boost for another 3 rounds. Regardless, because that's how long it's going to take for him to level up. So 2-rounders are my favorite. Yes, and Cloud makes a point that you might need different strategies based on how many rounders fight 3-1 was. So now we go to the item store to repair the ring if it's smoked, pick up the power spear. We're going to buy some healing seeds because the Ken and Max need to tank a lot of damage from the Pegasus Knights in this next battle. So we load them both up with healing seeds. 3-2 has many different strategies from the top runners. I'm going to show you my strategy. The reason I do this strategy is because I'm trying to funnel as much experience to my mages as possible. And so I kill all the Pegasus Knights with my mages. Alright, we come up to the priest to promote Tao. She made level 10, so we're going to promote her. La-dee-dee-die-die. La-dee-dee-da-dee-dee-die. Before you enter the next battle, you want to equip Balboroy with the speed ring. We're going to have some struggles here, I think, because Balboroy's speed is 14. Ideally, Balboroy is taking his turn first. That's not happening because he only has 14 speed instead of 16. Make a save here. The reason we're making a save is because Balboroy needs to be boosted basically for this entire fight. So first round, his job is to boost himself. Move up like 3 spaces and boost yourself. No smoke, so we're good. There's probably half a dozen different battles with equally good strategies. Yeah, a good time for this battle is under 12 minutes. And we'll just say that. A good time for this split, I should say. We often are timing battles by the battle time and not by the town time, because town time changes, but we keep track of the splits by the town time and the battle time built in together. So if you're trying to optimize a battle, you want to basically time it from the start of the battle to the end of it, where you're either making it to your destination or killing every enemy. All right, we need to talk about some trigger zones again. Clutch level because Ken's attack was pretty low. Okay, we talked about this a little bit in 1-1. We're going to talk about it again here. Basically, all the enemies here, I paused the timer, have a set AI path. Like each enemy is trying to get to a specific spot. So this sniper, I believe, wants to get to like this spot. This sniper wants to get to this spot. These skeletons stay in their spot. These guys move. These skeletons move a little bit. These Pegasus Knights moved up from here. But if you cross the horizontal line that is above this sniper, so as soon as Balboroy stays and moves above this sniper, it engages the lower part of the enemy's AI, and so they'll actually start trying to attack your characters. But it also has another side effect in that it stops these Pegasus Knights AI from moving. So these Pegasus Knights, for some reason, will move up here, and then they'll move right here, and then they'll move right up here, and then they'll move up here, and it's like their AI is so dumb until you get to like somewhere up here, and then they'll be like, oh, okay, it's time for me to turn on, and I gotta go attack. So if the reason we put the speed ring on Balboroy is to make sure that he outturns those Pegasus Knights so he can freeze them. So we want him to move to this horizontal line to freeze them. The other option you could do, and this is something that Cloud does, is we could not freeze them. In this round, we could attack the sniper from the side, stay on this horizontal line, and these Pegasus Knights would just move over to here. And then you could engage them. What I like to do is freeze them in the right. And so that's what I'm showing you. So we're going to resume the timer. It's now Balboroy's turn. He went first in the round. We want to kill the sniper in one hit. And in order to do that, you need to have the power ring equipped and have 37 attack. You could kill him with 36 attack, but there's a possibility of leaving 1 HP. So in that case, I would probably, if you have 36 attack, I would recommend saving for that. All right. Balboroy, being where he is going to engage the aggro of the three enemies over here. I'm going to stay with Max. I'm not going to move because the sniper wants to hit Max, but the two skeletons are in his way. So what he's going to end up doing is just running straight into Max. And now a formation is there. A beautiful formation that we're going to blaze to with both of our mages and take them down really quickly. This is scripted. It's scripted. This doesn't always happen. Sometimes Honorary will outturn the Dark Elf, and you'll have to go and blaze the top skeleton. Kremlin. Beautiful. So nice. I didn't check, but did Balboroy lose boost? 1. And did he gain speed on his level up? I hope he gained some speed. All right, so we took care of that whole formation, so we're just going to head straight up. And it's Ken's and Max's and the mage's job to kill the priest and the lizardman, and it's Balboroy's job to kill the two skeletons remaining. Now keep in mind, we do have technically 3 attacks available on Balboroy right now. So we're going to kill this first skeleton. We could have him try to kill the priest. Have a little priest. So now the boost ended. Thanks, Pyro. So these guys, their AI does not engage until someone steps over, basically I think the line that either the priest is on or the line above him. So it's just those horizontal lines, like the trigger zones, essentially. All right, my priority is killing the priest. So I attack with Ken. Oh, 1 HP. Maybe Tao goes fast enough and we could get a blaze off really quick. She did. So this is okay. We're not giving a ton of experience to Tao, so we have to be really careful now with specifically with the Pegasus Knights. Like, we wanted to save a lot of MP, but we're not. But so we need to make sure that Tao gets to level 2. That's super important because at level 2 promoted, she gets Blaze 3 and a ton of speed. And that is so useful for 4-1. We're looking to get high speed and Blaze 3 for 4-1 because 4-1 is a crazy battle that you can get some amazing formations on. Okay, so this is the formation that I try to make every single time. And that's basically Ken where to the left of where the priest was, Max to the left of where the lizard was, and Henri right below it. All right, so what I just did there was equip the speed ring to make Balbs fast again. He went first, so we're now going to trigger the AI of half of the Pegasus Knights. We're going to move straight up and boost Balbaroy again. No smoke, because this is a tutorial, and of course no smoke. Those 2 Peg Knights are still frozen. We'll stay with everyone else, but the 2 Peg Knights here, they're going to aggro Max. So they're going to head down. Max is just going to stay. His job is to be really attractive. Okay, now it's Balb's turn again. He's going to move up and attack the Lizard Man. And now that's going to engage the other 2 Pegasus Knights AI, and they're also going to aggro Max. And so what we're trying to do is create formations to make our AoE magic to hit more enemies. Okay, got doubled. Of course we did. We'll heal with Max to make sure that he stays the priority target. I'm going to go ahead and just Blaze 1 this. Essentially prepping it. And also leveling up. We're also trying to get Henri to a decent spot inside of her level. Or inside... decent spot to... What am I trying to say? I want her to get to level 11 by the end of the next battle. Okay, so this is a great formation. We're going to Blaze to it. It's so much damage that I think that would be 48 experience. And we want to heal Max to make sure that he stays the high priority. No, you can definitely interrupt. Ask questions, please. All right. I am going to start picking them off one at a time to just make sure that we get the levels that we need to. Okay, there's level 2. Great. Speed by 8. We got 2 MP, which is great. We're just going to stay. Let's go ahead and, yeah, prep another one. Why not? All right, Balbaroy's turn. We're going to save for this because it's a safe thing to do. There's not necessarily a need to save for this. If Balbaroy misses the priest will attack him and Balbaroy will lose boost. And if he loses boost, he has to reboost. So it's just saves that situation. So we killed the priest. Question 1. Why is Shining Force 2 dead, and why did everyone kill it? This is actually really, really cool because Tao is getting a kill at level 2, so she's like already gaining a ton of experience. So this is part of the reason why I save. Why I save the Pegasus Knights for the mages is so I can farm up more experience on them. Okay. Shining Force 2 is dead because we have some incredible runners who completed the speedrun in less than 4 hours. Shining Force 1 is not there yet, and there's still plenty of room to improve on this game. Okay, fun little fact is if you move Balbs back down, these two Pegasus Knights aggro, or AI, basically reverts. Oh shoot, please roll 9. Nice. Alright, we don't have any more magic left, so we just need to manually kill these Pegasus Knights. So hopefully Ken hits here. Yeah, the Pegasus Knights are huge experience. Like, you can keep getting decent experience on the Pegasus Knights until like level 4 promoted, level 3 promoted. They're great experience. So that's 3-2. Hopefully that made sense. I feel like I said a lot of ums in there. A lot of that movement is, I feel, pretty precise. If I feel like we need to go back and revisit that to talk about it, maybe I'll make a secondary movie on 3-2. 3-3 is a snipe battle. So we have Balboroy now, and this is the first, I guess the second battle that Balboroy really shines, right? So the first battle he shined was 3-1. It's a snipe of the Master Mage. This fight is also a snipe. We don't have to kill all these enemies. We only have to kill that Silver Knight in order to complete the battle. Which is a little ridiculous, but also, hey, that's a ton of time save. This battle takes a long time if you were to go across the normal way. So we're going to equip the Speed Ring to help Balboroy to go pretty early in the rounds, and he's just going to fly across the very bottom. You don't want him to move up one spot, because I believe if he moves on this next move, if he were one spot higher, he'll trigger the aggro of a Pegasus Knight to come down. So just move straight across the bottom, and everyone else just kind of stays. One of the things in this game that we have no control over is cursor movement. Sometimes cursor movement is really kind, but you'll notice, like, Henri just took her turn, the cursor has to move all the way over to the right, and then it's moving back and forth. Sometimes you just get lucky and all of your units take their turns next to each other. Sometimes you'll see like Pegasus Knight, Pegasus Knight, Pegasus Knight, and it's just like, oh, that's beautiful cursor movement. It's something you can't really control. But what you can control is trying to get all your units at least close to each other, and close to the enemies without engaging anyone, to try to reduce cursor movement. GRD asks the question, why can't Eamon be used instead? Her stats are close to Balb's and can pass him later on. She lags behind in attack. And sometimes 1 or 2 attack make the difference. Often we are so precise on the attack values that we need Balbs to have in order to snipe or to kill or to finish off an enemy. And so yeah, we're I guess you'd call them breakpoints. We need to hit certain breakpoints for Balbs in his attack. And often Eamon, while she does likely see more defense and more agility, those are 2 stats I don't really even care about, because Balbs shouldn't be getting hit, and oftentimes I want him to be slow. Okay, once you get to this move, this spot in the map, you want to boost Balboroy, because Balbs is now in range of the Silver Knight aggro, so the Silver Knight's going to come down. On the next turn, Balbs will equip the Power Ring and kill the Silver Knight. Thank you for the Reviving Hans redemptions. Is it possible to redo the run where having a faster flyer, aka Eamon, would be advantageous rather than punishing? I will say that I think it's possible to route this game many ways. I think you can use Gunts. I think you can... you could probably use May instead of Ken. You could probably use Luke or Gort. And I encourage you to spend the time to try to do that. It takes a lot of time. I spent close to 6 months just trying to figure out how to promote Max in the run. And now I rarely even promote him. I only promote him if I get to a certain level by a certain time. And that's chapter 3. Give yourself the clap.